This Phoenix Suns team this year is so much more improved than last year. It's not even funny. They go out this offseason, they bring back their big three of KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal. Of course, they still have Grayson Allen. They still have Yusuf Nurkic down low, but they made great improvements at the point guard position. Remember last year they didn't have a true point guard. They were trying to make D-Book and trying to make Brad Beal the point guards. Now they bring in Tyus Jones. Now they bring in Monte Morris. They have a starter and a backup point guard, and Matt Ashiba is going all in on this current roster. $70 million in the tax bill is what he's paying this year for this squad. They also bring in Ryan Dunn. And they also get a couple of extra second-round picks with Dunn, and then Jaylen Bridges, a UDFA that I really, really like for the Suns. But they got to hit on these late-round picks and these UDFAs because, as you can see here, they don't have many of their first-round picks. 2025 and 2027 and 2029 are all going to Houston. So this is definitely a prove-it year for Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns, but Beal in particular, because last year he was brought in, big expectations. He only averaged 18.2 points per game, 5 assists, 4.4 rebounds in 34 minutes a game. Now, he did shoot 51% from the field and 43% from three, which are really good numbers on 4.4 attempts. However, he is going to need to step it up. He had to play the point guard role, so I'll give him the little bit of the benefit of the doubt there. But overall, he's really going to have to step it up this year because he's got to get back to that true scorer he was in Washington. They have Jones and Morris now. He doesn't have to play point guard anymore. He just has to worry about putting the ball in the basket, his normal self, which is what he was so good at. Remember, he led the league in scoring a few years ago. Averaged over 30 points a game before that became popular. And then you got the big two with KD, with D-Book. Both of these guys are two of the most pure scorers in the NBA. 27 points a game last year for Kevin Durant, 6.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and he won a gold medal over the summer. Same can be said for Devin Booker, but he shot 52% from the field, 41% from three on 4 attempts. We really will never see another scorer like Kevin Durant ever again. I'm fairly confident. I mean, this dude goes to the club and practices his jumper. That's unreal dedication right there. And then you have D-Book as well alongside of him. Two, straight flamethrowers that can absolutely get a bucket at any time they need. 27 points a game, 7 assists, 4.5 rebounds, 49% shooting from the field, 36% from three on 6 attempts for Book last year. That's a ridiculous shot right there over Shannon Sharp, and he gets it to go. The big X factor for them this year, I think, can be Bobo. We haven't talked about this a lot, but he's a guy with a lot of potential. He's been working with KD all offseason. If he gets a little bit of PT and maybe has a little bit of production, he can be a huge X factor for this Phoenix Suns team next year. Now, of course, they still have Ryan Dunn, or not still, but they go out and get Ryan Dunn in the draft. Don't get too used to seeing him take fadeaway jumpers because he's not the greatest at them. He's more of a defensive guy, and he's very good at what he does. They also bring in 3 additional second-round picks to trade back and get Dunn, who averaged 8 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1 assist in 27 minutes last year at the University of Virginia as, a wing that primarily plays defense. He's also a lob threat, very athletic getting downhill, shot 54% from the field. However, only 20% from three on 1 attempt. But if he rips through and gets downhill, he's an elite athlete, and nobody really wants to step in front of that coming downhill at about 6'8". Great motor, great speed down the court. Really Giannis-esque, I guess you could say. But then the defense is just phenomenal. Look at him slide the feet. No, sir. Absolute clamps. Once again, out on the perimeter, sliding the feet. Now, I know it's not exactly a powerhouse here, but that's still great defense. Great cut right here. He averaged 1.3 steals and over 2 blocks a game. Once again, being in passing lanes, being disruptive, getting downhill, and showing off that athleticism for the dunk. And then, he's got interior defense as well. Again, this is NCAA, but still, he did this all year long. Go pull up the highlights. Any team, he was clamping. And then they got the UDFA, Jaylen Bridges, who can really shoot it. Averaged about 12.2 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists in 32 minutes per game last year for the Baylor Bears. Shot 47% from the field and 41% from three on 6 attempts. And Bridges is about 6'7", and he's got a solid wingspan at 6'10". So very nice to have. He can obviously be a contributor. He was an older guy in college already, so he can be a great contributor for the Suns this year. He's got a quick release on that jumper, so he can spread the floor, sit in the corner, and get passes from D-Book and KD. Also, he can create off the bounce a little bit. You see him here, a little crafty move to the little jump hook, little push shot right there. And then the great backdoor cut here, the find from Ray J. Dennis, catches the defense sleeping. He sees the eyes watching Dennis, and he's just going to cut backdoor for the easy two-hand jam. He'll bring a lot of this to Phoenix, and I think he's going to be phenomenal for them. Now, with that being said, if you've made it this far into the video, make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying today's video at any point. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel, so if that is you, go ahead and fix that right now. And with that being said, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video. If you could help us out with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let's look at the fourth option for the Phoenix Suns this year, and that is Grayson Allen. Allen is coming off a year where he averaged 13.5 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 33.5 minutes per game last year for the Phoenix Suns, while leading the NBA in three-point percentage at 46% on 6 attempts. Also shot 50% from the field, and he just is such an unguardable dimension of this offense, because you got to worry about Beal, you got to worry about Nurkic going downhill, and then you pick between who you're leaving open, Devin Booker or Grayson Allen. You're probably going to pick Grayson Allen to leave open, but he's the best catch-and-shoot guy in the NBA in transition here, knocking it down. Off the screen, little one dribble to the left, knocking it down. It looked pedestrian right there, but he still gets it to go. Nurkic screen in the zone. That's a long pass to make. It works out. I mean, you see how far Hawkes and Jovic are from Grayson Allen. You see how he's at the hash. Steps into it, knocks it down. Not an easy shot to make. One dribble, pull up, most lethal shot in any good shooter's game. And he's got it mastered. And this is just a really good set right here. Really good action by Frank Vogel. You get the screen for Bradley Beal. Both the defenders go with Beal. They don't talk it out. And Allen's just going to pop high and a little tardy on the closeout. And he knocks it down. And then just bad communication here between Hawkes and Bam Adebayo. Knocks down the 3-ball. You can pretty much just go ahead and take it out of bounds if you see him shooting by himself in the corner. Now, they do have a true point guard this year in Tyus Jones, who averaged 12.3 points per game, 7.3 assists, 2.7 rebounds in 29 minutes a game last year. Started 66 games for the Wizards and shot 49% from the field, 41% from 3 on 4 attempts. He's also fantastic at navigating the pick and roll, getting to the rim. Little push shot once again right there. That floater is his forte. Once again, over Nurkic right there. Elite float game. Elite float game. Getting downhill once again off the screen. Right here, he's cooking the Phoenix Suns. So maybe that's why they went out and got him. But just exposing Nurkic. And that's probably the big weakness in Nurkic's game defensively, is that he's not great in drop coverage. He's kind of a slow-footed big, and he can't guard both. Tyus Jones exposed them in this game. I know they were down by like 50, but it's last year's Wizards. All right, they're not exactly exceptional. And then you have Monte Morris, who in 2022-23, his last full season, he averaged 10.4 points per game, 5.3 assists, and 3.4 rebounds per game. 48% shooting from the field, 38% from 3 on 3.3 attempts per game. Overall, I'm a big Monte fan. I think he is, a solid backup point guard in this league. I thought he could have played more for the Timberwolves last year in the playoffs. Didn't work out, but I thought he could have. And yeah, I think he's going to be a nice addition to this Suns team coming off the bench. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below, as well as hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video, so if you could help us out with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. But
subscribe to Backyard Buckets right now!